Blackstone Audio and Buck 50 Productions present Animal 3, Revelations, by Quan. This book is read by Cary, Hite. Prologue. Somewhere in Puerto Rico. "If you stop, you're dead," were the words echoing in Chris's mind that kept him moving. His lungs burned, and his heart beat so hard in his chest that he felt like it might explode. His legs threatened to give out on him, but he knew if he stopped, it would be over. If he could just make it to the harbor, he might still have a chance. Chris heard a whistling sound and moved his head just as something whizzed by, nicking his cheek. He touched his fingers to his face, and they came away bloody. Buried in the side of the building a few feet away was a dart. Hanging from the end of it was an orange tuft of fur. Chris spun, gun raised, eyes sweeping the dark street. Even though he couldn't see his pursuer, Chris knew he was close. His pursuer could have ended it blocks ago if he so chose. But he was toying with Chris, like a cat playing with a mouse before devouring it. Chris couldn't go out like this, not when he was so close. Ignoring the cramping in his legs, Chris forced himself to continue on. He cut down an alley that opened up on the next block. In the distance, he could see the harbor. A friend of his was waiting for him with a boat to take him to safety. He was going to make it. As Chris ran, he felt a burning sensation in his cheek where the dark had nicked him. The sensation spread throughout his face, and then crept into his chest. He felt like his lungs were constricting, and he was finding it hard to draw breath. His sprint slowed to a jog, then finally an uncoordinated stagger. It was as if his legs and brain were no longer cooperating. At the mouth of the other end of the alley, so close to freedom, Chris's legs finally gave out and he fell to the ground. Chris lay on the cold cobblestones, fighting to stay conscious. He could hear the sounds of footfalls nearing him, but he had not the strength to lift his head. The footsteps stopped just short of where he was lying. A silhouette loomed over him. Chris fought against the fog that was trying to engulf his brain and forced his eyes to focus. He could make out a figure standing over him, wearing a dark cloak and hood that shadowed his face. "What did you do to me?" Chris asked in a groggy voice. "The dart was tipped with the poison of the boxfish," the hooded figure said in a feminine voice, much to Chris's surprise. She knelt.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?